Welcome to Inside British Royals. This is your exclusive look inside the world's most famous family. We are exploring the scandals, secrets, and power plays that define the modern monarchy. If you are new here, please do well to hit that subscribe button for more updates. Two brothers, once inseparable, now find themselves separated by an ocean of resentment and two wildly different versions of the truth. One claims a violent physical attack. The other, through his allies, suggests it's a story that has been twisted for public consumption. For years, the feud between Prince William and Prince Harry has captivated the world, but one explosive moment stands above all others as the point of no return. Prince Harry's shocking claim of a physical attack by his own brother, Prince William, sent shockwaves through the monarchy. But now, palace insiders are firing back, revealing what they claim is the truth behind that explosive confrontation. In this video, we're breaking down the allegations from both sides to figure out what could have possibly happened in the moments that shattered the bond between two brothers. Before we get into the fight that seemed to break the monarchy, we have to remember the bond that came before it. For decades, Prince William and Prince Harry were more than just brothers. They were a unit. United by the tragic loss of their mother, Princess Diana, they navigated the strange and often isolating world of royal duty side by side. They were each other's best man, confidant, and closest ally. The public saw them as a team, the charismatic duo who represented the modern future of the crown. Harry was the lovable spare to William, the dutiful heir. Their shared jokes and fierce protection of one another painted a picture of an unbreakable brotherhood. This image is crucial because it provides the tragic backdrop to just how far they've fallen. Their father, now King Charles, reportedly pleaded with them after Prince Philip's funeral, "Please, boys, don't make my final years a misery." It was a desperate plea to the two sons who once had no one but each other, and it foreshadowed the devastating conflict to come. The bombshell landed in January 2023 with the release of Prince Harry's memoir, Spare. In its pages, Harry detailed the moment he claims the simmering tensions with his brother boiled over into physical violence. The setting was his London home in 2019, and according to Harry, William came over to discuss the whole rolling catastrophe of their fractured relationship and struggles with the media. Harry writes that his brother was already piping hot. The argument quickly focused on Meghan Markle, with Harry alleging that William called her difficult, rude, and abrasive. Harry says he shot back, accusing his brother of simply parroting the press narrative about his wife. As the argument escalated, Harry describes trying to de-escalate, offering William a glass of water and saying, "Willie, I can't speak to you when you're like this." What allegedly happened next is the claim that has defined their rift ever since. Harry writes, "He set down the water, called me another name, then came at me. It all happened so fast. So very fast. He grabbed me by the collar, ripping my necklace, and he knocked me to the floor." Harry claims he landed on the dog's bowl, which cracked under his back and left him with visible injuries. He writes that he lay on the floor for a moment, dazed, before telling his brother to get out. According to Harry, the incident didn't end there. He alleges that William urged him to hit back, referencing fights they had as children, but Harry refused. He writes that William left but returned a short time later, looking regretful, and apologized. Perhaps most tellingly, Harry claims William told him, "You don't need to tell Meg about this." When Harry replied, "You mean that you attacked me?" he says William denied it, saying, "I didn't attack you, Harold." Harry says he didn't immediately tell Meghan, but did call his therapist. It was only when she later saw the scrapes and bruises on his back that he told her what happened. He recounts that she wasn't that surprised and wasn't all that angry, but was terribly sad. In interviews promoting the book, Harry framed this altercation as more than just a brotherly scrap. He argued it was a physical manifestation of the palace's and the press's treatment of his wife, and a sign of how the institution had turned his own brother against him. For Harry, this fight wasn't just about a dog bowl and a broken necklace. It was about a broken family and a cry for help that he felt when unheard. For more than a year, Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace have maintained a wall of silence, sticking to the old royal motto, "Never complain, never explain." There has been no official on-the-record comment about the allegations in Spare. However, behind the scenes, a very different story has started to emerge, pushed by palace insiders and those loyal to the Prince of Wales. This counter-narrative has found a voice in reports from William's friends and in recent royal biographies. For instance, in his book Charles III, New King, New Court, The Inside Story, author Robert Hardman reports that William was mortified by what he saw as a casual betrayal of fraternal secrets. These accounts directly challenge Harry's claim. While Harry described a one-sided, violent assault, the version from William's camp paints a picture of a regrettable, but non-physical, argument between two emotional brothers. These insiders describe the claim of a physical attack as unfair and cruel. They are reportedly adamant that no such violence occurred. Instead, they frame the incident as a moment where tensions were running very high and cross words were exchanged. These insiders concede that the argument was regrettable, but they stand firm that Prince William never laid a hand on his brother. This alternative narrative aims to reframe the event entirely, not as an attack, but as a verbal dispute that Harry later exaggerated. From the perspective of William's allies, the context of the argument wasn't about William parroting the press, but his genuine concern over how palace staff were being treated. Accounts in books like Valentine Lowe's Courtiers suggest that William had become concerned by reports of staff members feeling stressed by their interactions with Harry and Meghan. This narrative flips the script. Where Harry sees an attack on his wife fueled by media lies, William's side sees a responsible heir trying to address a serious staffing issue within the family. It presents William not as an aggressor, but as a future. Furthermore, sources close to William have repeatedly stated that he is furious and devastated by the public betrayal of what he considered private family matters. There's a feeling that Harry's decision to publish such intimate and damaging details has created a massive trust issue, making any future reconciliation nearly impossible. William reportedly worries that any conversation he has with his brother could be made public, a fear that has led him to ride this all out in silence. The message from William's camp is clear. Harry's version of the story is not only inaccurate, but a profound and calculated betrayal of family trust. So, we are left with two conflicting accounts of the same event. Let's break it down side by side. On one side, we have Harry's story. He describes a physical attack. He says William grabbed his collar, ripped his necklace, and knocked him to the ground, causing scrapes and bruises from a cracked dog bowl. In his telling, the trigger was William insulting Meghan, echoing negative press narratives. The aftermath involved a regretful William apologizing and asking Harry to keep it a secret. On the other side, we have the account from William's insiders. They are adamant there was no physical violence, only a heated verbal argument with cross words exchanged. The context, from their perspective, was not about Meghan personally, but about high tensions concerning her alleged impact on palace staff. They don't speak of an apology for an attack, but of mutual regret over a heated conversation. Where Harry sees himself as a victim, William's camp reportedly sees his account as a betrayal. Without an independent witness or a public statement from William himself, the public is left in the middle of a classic they said family feud, played out on a global stage. One story is a detailed, personal, and emotional account from the man who says it happened to him. The other is a firm, unified denial from the aides and friends of the man being accused. This leaves us with a critical question, and it's one we want to put to you. Based on the information from both sides, who do you believe? Is this a case of a violent attack or a family argument that has been blown out of proportion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the royal family. Regardless of which version of the story is true, the damage appears to be absolute. Royal author Tom Quinn has stated that the rift between the brothers is unlikely to be healed, citing the public nature of the allegations. Sources close to the Prince of Wales confirm that while he maintains a stoic public facade, he remains privately furious and deeply wounded by the claim. The two brothers have reportedly not spoken in depth since the funeral of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022. Their few shared public appearances, such as at King Charles's coronation, were marked by a frosty and carefully managed distance. With every passing month of silence, the estrangement seems to become more permanent. The path forward for the monarchy now appears to run on two separate tracks. One with William, the heir, focused on his duty and the future of the crown. The other with Harry, now in California, determined to tell his story on his own terms. In the end, The story of the fight at Nottingham Cottage has become more than just an argument between two brothers. It's a symbol of the entire royal feud. On one side, Prince Harry presents a narrative of being a victim, physically attacked by his brother and silenced by an unfeeling institution. On the other, Prince William's allies project an image of a future king betrayed by his own family, his actions misconstrued as he tried to protect the monarchy. The truth of what really happened behind those closed doors may only ever be known to two people. But the consequences of that day continue to ripple outwards, potentially changing the shape of the British royal family forever. The bond between the heir and the spare is broken, and the question remains, can it ever be pieced back together?